Hello, and today I would just like to show you 10 of my favourite Nicolas Cage movies. Now, I'm not showing them in any particular order, just random really. And the first one is this one, which is Red Rock West. It was made in 1992, I believe, and it stars Nicolas Cage, of course, Dennis Hopper, and Lara Flynn Boyle. Now, this is the German import version. You can only get it on Blu Ray from Germany, there's nowhere else released it yet. Hopefully it'll come out in the USA. The transfer is not too bad actually. It probably could do with a bit of improvement, but it's still pretty good on this Blu Ray. And this is a very good film. I'm not going to go into all the plots on all of these films because it would take forever. But this is a good thriller. Good performances by all the cast involved. And I'm going to show you the back of this one. There's no special features on this Blu-ray whatsoever, unfortunately, but it's still a pretty good disc, and I'm just glad to have it on Blu-ray because before this came out you could only get the DVD version of it. So that's the first one. Oops, I'm dropping everything here. Next one is Honeymoon in Vegas. This is another great movie with Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage is absolutely hilarious in this film. It's one of his funniest performances I think that he's done, especially the scene near the end where he's on the plane and he doesn't know which cord to pull for the parachute, and he gets different information from different people on the plane. He gets all mixed up. That's hilarious, that scene. But this is the US import version of Honeymoon in Vegas, and it stars James Caan and Sarah Jessica Parker as well, from Sex and the City fame, and she's also famous for being married to Matthew Broderick, if I can say it right, the other fine actor. And the back cover of this one, here it is. It hasn't really got any special features either, unfortunately, I don't think, as far as I can remember. No, it doesn't, but it's got some nice pictures on the back. This one's always been a firm favourite of mine. One of my favourite. Well, all of these are my favourite Nicolas Cage movies, but this one in particular is one of my big time favourites, shall we say, because it's so funny, and his performance is just spot on. You know what I mean? So that's Honeymoon in Vegas, and that's the Region A Blu-ray import version. Whoops. Dropping everything again nearly. Next one is It Could Happen to You, where Nicolas Cage stars alongside Bridget Fonda, and this one's about a guy who says to the waitress in the film, played by Bridget Fonda, if he wins the lottery he'll split it with her, but she doesn't think in a million years he would win the lottery, and let alone split it with her if he did win, but that's what happens. And it's a really good movie. It's pretty much a drama with some comedy thrown in, and yes, a very enjoyable film. I think it was made in 1993 or 94, I forget now. And this is the US import version on Blu-ray, and yet again, no real special features to speak of on this disc. There's a lot of films get released, not just Nicolas Cage ones, but just lots of films in general that just don't have any special features on, you know. It's unfortunate. But this is, like I say, this is a really enjoyable movie, in my opinion. And I went to see this one at the cinema when it first came out, at my local multiplex. And I always remember thinking the picture didn't look very sharp. I thought the projector was probably a little bit out of focus. But it's the same on this Blu-ray. The transfer isn't the most pin-sharp transfer in the world, so maybe it was just the way the film was shot. But it's still a decent transfer. It's just not as detailed as you might expect from a Blu-ray. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's Honeymoon, not Honeymoon. I've just done that one. What am I talking about? That's It Could Happen to You. Getting all mixed up today, I tell you. Do apologise. And the next one, which is pretty much a firm favourite with most Nicolas Cage fans, I think. This is the one he won the Oscar for, which is Leaving Las Vegas, of course, starring alongside Elizabeth Shue. Now, this is another really good film directed by Mike Figgis, who comes from near me actually. He was born in, I forget where, but somewhere in Tyne and Wear, near Newcastle upon Tyne, if not Newcastle itself, I'm not sure. But he did a really good job directing this film, and Nicolas Cage's performance in this is excellent. And it's a really good film to watch time and time again. You can watch it over and over, you never really get sick of it, well at least I don't. And the film was shot on 16mm. I don't know if many people know that. It was shot on Super 16 to be precise. And yet again, this Blu-ray version doesn't have any extras. Does anyone know if there is a Blu-ray version of this that does have extras on it? Like, I would like to see an audio commentary or something by the director. But once again, this is a classic Nicolas Cage movie, and he was well worth. There's a lot of banging going on here. He was very well deserving of his Oscar, I can tell you that much. So that's Leaving Las Vegas. Next, we have The Family Man, another great movie, very funny in places, probably almost as funny as Honeymoon in Vegas, I would say, if not as funny in places. And this one does have some special features on the back. I'll just show you there, if you can see them. Hope you can get a good look at those there. Right, so that's The Family Man. Very good film. I'm not going to go into all the plots like I said, because I'll be on forever. I'm already taking longer than I thought I was going to take, because my arm is killing us holding this camera up my shoulder for some reason. I should have used the tripod, I think. The next one here is another great movie, Matchstick Man, directed by Ridley Scott, and also starring Sam Rockwell. And this one's about Nicolas Cage's daughter turns up that he didn't know he had, and he plays a con man, and she gets involved with some of his cons, and things go from bad to worse, shall we say. That's all I'm going to say about that. But it's a really good film, and Nicolas Cage in the film also suffers from some phobias and nervous tics and stuff like that, and he does a really great job in this film. It's a really great performance. I think he should have got an award for this performance, to be honest. So that's Matchstick Man, and this is the Region A American Blu-ray import. Next we have The Weatherman, and this is only available on DVD, unfortunately, but the DVD transfer is a very good one, and this is the UK version, released by Momentum Pictures. And Nicolas Cage yet again delivers a great performance in this film as a weatherman who keeps having drinks and stuff thrown at him while he's doing his weather reports out in the field, live in the street and stuff. People keep throwing stuff on him. It's really funny. And Nicolas Cage wears some sort of different sort of hair piece or wig or something in this film, because he's got actually a bit more hair than usual, I think, in this film. But it's a really good movie, and if you haven't seen it, I thoroughly recommend it. So that's The Weatherman. Next one we have is Justice, which in America was called Seeking Justice, so I don't know why they changed the title to just Justice in the UK. A bit baffling, that one. This is a good movie about Nicolas Cage's character's wife gets attacked, and nobody really does much about it, like the police and stuff, so he takes the matter into his own hands when someone offers to help sort the problem out and deal with the culprit who attacked his wife. And there's a really good scene where he has to the person involved who's going to help him, or the people, someone involved with the person who's going to help him, says if you in the hospital, if you go to the candy bar, I can't talk properly today. If you go to the candy bar machine and buy two of this certain chocolate bar, he then knows that he wants him to take him up on the offer. He's going to take his offer up and help him out about his wife. But it's a really good film. Riveting performance by Nicolas Cage once again. It's exciting, it's tense, it's really well directed, and I'm surprised it wasn't a bigger hit, because this film wasn't a very big hit to my knowledge. But anyway, that's Justice on UK Blu Ray. The next one I have here is Next, which is, it is Next and it's Next. This is a really good film. It also stars Jessica Biel, as you can see on the front there. The only thing I don't like about this film is the ending is left a bit up in the air. It ends a bit abruptly, like you're expecting more stuff to happen. But it's a really good film, and very tense and exciting, and it's really well shot, good photography, good music, good performance by Julianne Moore alongside Nicolas Cage, of course. So that's Next. I thoroughly recommend this one if you like exciting action movies. And it's time for the last one now, which is Joe. Now this is a very dramatic role for Nicolas Cage, and there's a hell of a lot of noise going on here with bloody seagulls. This is a really good performance in this film. He portrays a guy who works with trees. They're like, I can't remember whether they're getting some sort of liquid out of the tree or putting some liquid in the tree, but he works with he hires this young lad who he develops some sort of a bond with, and it's really interesting, and it's got a great atmosphere, very good atmosphere indeed actually. It's one that you probably won't forget in a hurry, this film, because it's got a brooding atmosphere, and then like I say, it's got a great performance from Nicolas Cage. So anyway, oh hang on, I've got to show you the back. There's some special features there, and this is the US import version of Joe, which I got at quite a reasonable price actually, so I was quite happy with that. So there you have it. That's my 10 of my favourite Nicolas Cage movies. I do like all of his movies, but these ones in particular I like quite a bit. These are some of my particular favourites. So anyway, I'd just like to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you've got anything, sorry about that, if you've got anything you would like to say or ask us, please feel free to leave us a comment, or you could send us a message if you would prefer on here. So thanks very much for watching, and I shall catch you on the next video. So bye for now. Ta-ra.